Hey up me duck, I'm Susie and welcome to my channel Super Pink Orchid. It is the 1st of May, happy May everyone, and therefore it's time for me to show you all of the products that I finished in April 2026. And I've had a great month. I have managed to finish 25 things, well alright, 3 of them are my husband, so 22 things. 3 things from my husband to show you, and I also have a declutter in the form of a new makeup item sold on Vinted that I didn't want anymore. So, without further ado, I'll get cracking, and I may as well start with that since I teased you. I've sold a brand new unopened Max Stack mascara in the shade Chestnut Brown, although as a brown mascara, it's pretty dark and it looks black on the eyes. The reason I've sold it is because I have two and I've recently opened one and I'm using it and it's all right. Like, yeah, it's a dark mascara. It makes your eyelashes dark. There's a bit of a curl. I won't say it holds all day and it's not the most lengthening, but it does all right. Um, but this thing smells so chemically. I cannot even deal. It smells strong, and then when I'm wearing it, I feel like I can get wafts of this chemical just around my face all day. It's probably entirely psychosomatic, but I cannot deal, and I'm happy to go through one, and I don't want to go through another one. So I have sold my second unopened mascara very, very cheap on Vinted. And I'm happy enough to have gotten it out of my inventory. I totally would have used it. It's fine, but I've got plenty more in my stash that I do want to get round to. So there was no need for me to keep hoarding it. Right, onto the things that I have finished, and I'll start with all the makeup items first because they're the most exciting ones anyway. The first thing I want to show you is a concealer. It probably looks like there's quite a lot in there, but I promise you the stopper is out and I have absolutely got as much out of this as I possibly can, even with getting a small silicone spatula down there for many days on the trot. So this is the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade 06. So it's my kind of winter pale, well, practically all year round shade anyway. Something I buy over and over again. I have actually just opened a different brand, L'Oreal Infallible. I thought I'd give it a try. It's a bigger tube, so it might last me longer than the 2 months-ish that this took me. I will go back to this, although I'm finding it difficult to find the shade 06 in the shops nowadays. So who knows? But as a concealer, yeah, it's pretty reliable. It's always one I go back to and would recommend. Next thing I want to show you is, oh, an eyeshadow. I finished an eyeshadow. So this is an eyeshadow palette called the So Jaded palette by Revolution Pro. It's got all these pretty green jewels on it. And I actually have this in the project pan called Birthstone Beauty for the Stone Jade. As part of that project, I'm trying to use this palette 20 times, and that is using the green shades 20 times. But what I want to show you for my monthly completions is this empty pan here, which was a pale cream bone shade, and I used it as a lid setting. So I put eye shadow set primer. Oh my gosh, eye primer on, and then I know Robert Welsh says, "Oh, don't set your eye primer." I happen to like doing it, and I like doing it with kind of cream bone shades. And I thought, well, here's an opportunity to get one completely finished, since this is currently often in my daily makeup basket. So, yeah, managed to finish an eyeshadow. Very happy with my progress there. And I'm even more happy that this month I've actually managed to finish 3 eyeliners. These are all in projects, so you'll see them either, depending on which project it is, it's either already been updated or it's coming in May. But finishing 3 eyeliners, I've been working on these, for a long time, of course, was still rather a miracle. First one to show you is a red eyeliner. This is a Colourpop creme gel liner in the shade Cherry Pie. I think it was a limited edition shade, probably some sort of long ago summer promotion, who knows. It was a beautiful bright red. I really enjoyed wearing this in my waterline and feeling like a vampire. I enjoyed it so much. I'm on the lookout for another red liner. Colourpop isn't sold in the UK, so I'd have to look at reselling sites or buy from Colourpop in the US, which I've done before. There isn't currently a red eyeliner on there, and certainly not anything like this. So I've been looking at some other brands on like the Sephora app and Look Fantastic, Cult Beauty, and Boots. So yeah, pretty soon I'll pull the plug and buy another red eyeliner because I don't have another one in my inventory. So very, very happy with that. Happy enough that I liked the look and I'd like to keep having that. And then the next eyeliner to show you is one of the Kaleidos Cosmetics ones. This is the multichrome eyeliner in Night of Creation. This is the one that's like a dark purple to a dark blue shift, but also super, super shiny and pretty. Really love these formulas of the different Kaleidos Cosmetics ones. Very, very happy to have had it and enjoyed it. I've already brought kind of their next set. This was the first set of six that they had, and they've got come out with like six or eight new colours. So I've brought that second set. So I don't have another one of these, that's fine. But yeah, very much enjoyed it. So that was the multichrome, and then this one is the prismatic multichrome. What's the difference? I don't know. But this shade was called Limelight, and this was the light green to blue shift. Obviously, I can't swatch it, there's nothing left in there, but the packaging is supposed to be a bit of a hint as to what you'll get. So green to blue, again, can't recommend these enough. They stay in your waterline all day. They stay on your hand all day if you swatch them. And I don't know why I'm such a spokesperson for them, but apparently I am. So three eyeliners finished. I've also finished a mascara, hence moving on to the MAC Max Stack one. I finished the Kevin Aquan The Curling Mascara in black. Nice slim tube, black down to purple ombre. I always love an ombre. And if you are interested and want to see the wand, it looks like this. Got a bit of fluff on the end there. This mascara was too wet in the first 3 weeks of using it. Look, that's pretty normal for me. I always sort of think, oh, a bit wet, needed to dry a bit. Get through the first 2 or 3 weeks, and then it will dry out just slightly, and it'll be perfect for ages. So I got through the wet stage, and then we got to a perfect few days where it was just the right consistency, and then it started going way too dry, way too quickly. So it was a bit of a shame, really. It's not like I hated it. I didn't hate pan it. I did use it um, till it was finished. Till it was so dry it wasn't doing anything for my eyelashes. But this did not give me the bang for my buck, and I wouldn't repurchase. If one happened to fall into my inventory for some reason, like fine, I would use it. But yeah, this isn't the mascara for me, I don't think. All right, on to a couple of lip products that I finished. Not in a project, but I've realised that a lot of my lip products are like either they're really dark or they're really bold or they're quite a weird colour. Excuse me, excuse me. I don't know how to edit yet, so you've got to deal with that. Or the weird colours like a grey lip gloss and a blue lip gloss, and like that's all fine. But I am on Teams all day, every day for work, so I do need. Well, no one cares, but equally I can't look super weird all day, every day. So I do tend to need some sort of pinky shiny gloss on the go for some days. And I spotted this a couple of months ago and realised I had only about half of it left. So I thought now is the time to pick up the Profusion Cosmetics Juicy Lip Nourishing Lip Oil in Wild Watermelon. And yeah, I actually really enjoyed this. It's got a nice smell to it. It had a nice pink translucent colour, a huge doe foot. The took the stopper out so I could get the rest out. Huge doe foot, a bit goopy as you pulled it out, and it would dribble a bit everywhere. So you'd have to be careful to make sure you pulled it out the stopper and kept it there for a second. But yeah, I did enjoy that. I don't know the cost of it, but it's Profusion, so it can't be that much. I wouldn't seek it out, but at the same time, again, like I definitely wouldn't be unhappy for having to have another one of those. The other lip product is my lip balm that I always keep in my gym bag. So get to the gym, put on a lip balm, do a class or whatever, and then usually put some more lip balm on before driving home for a shower, or have a shower, then put lip balm on and face cream and whatever. So I always like to have a lip balm on me. Um, Having said that, I don't go to the gym as often as I should, so it's not like I'm using this loads and loads and loads. So this thing's been in my gym bag for quite some time now. Actually, holding it flat, there might be the tiniest bit still that in theory I could have used, but it was scraping my lips, the plastic bit when I was using it. So to me, once it starts attacking you and hurting you, that's it, it's done. So I'm not interested in digging it out. I've got hundreds of bloody lip balms to get through. So I'm happy to have Nivea Soft Rosé done. Yeah, it is rosé, not rose, because it's got the little French accent on it. And it wasn't like super colourful, it just had a nice shine. So yeah, I enjoyed it. Would use it again. And then the other makeup products to show you are actually two setting sprays. So earlier in April, I managed to finish one of the classic all-nighter Urban Decay setting sprays. A nice formula, although I couldn't tell you if this is the old traditional formula or the one that they reformulated more recently. I think this is one I bought more recently, but which of the two formulas it is, I don't know. I mean, always a classic, always nice to have around. There are, of course, many, many other setting sprays on the market. I do find it very expensive for what it is, often worth the price, but then again, we'll see when it comes to the new formulas. I'm currently moving on and trying some others. Anyway, having finished that earlier in the month, I decided to pick up and use one of my travel sizes, and I managed to finish that in the month. I do wear makeup every day, and I do setting spray every day or every day that I wear makeup. So I'm not too surprised that I've managed to get through a 15 millilitres of the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray within a few weeks. I like this. I think it smelled really nice. Yeah, it's quite perfumed. I can't really put my finger on what it is, but yeah, it's nice, it's pleasant, and I thought it worked. And I actually would recommend this. I'd be interested in looking at a full size. Again, I might need to look at the price. I'm definitely not averse to spending money on makeup for sure, but yeah, I might have a bit of a think about whether I'd like to buy myself one of those. All right. Talking of perfumes, I will talk you through quite a few little perfumes that I've managed to finish this month, which it was only in just as I was pulling these all together that I realised quite what I'd managed to do. So, the first thing I want to show you is these three little samples that I found in my sort of perfume drawer recently and thought, nah, why don't I have a go at finishing those? Because I mean, they're only sort of 1 to 2 day uses anyway. So, the first one I want to show you is this one. I'm just going to look to see if I had any notes because I have a bit of a spreadsheet about notes that I have with regards to perfume samples that I buy. So these are from I think perfumesamples.co.uk, but there's plenty other websites that do these. And you buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or more milliliters of a perfume that you would like to try, and it's to stop you from blind buying perfume bottle and spending a lot of money on something that you realize you hate. So I always find these really useful to do. The first one is the very famous Giardini di Toscana Bianco Latte. You'll definitely have heard of Bianco Latte. It's absolutely famous, very gourmand, creamy, maybe a bit biscuity. I've not got the notes up here. I'm not a perfume YouTuber after all. Excellent longevity, I did think. It stayed all day, and as someone who perfume doesn't stay on very much at all, I was pleasantly surprised. And to me, that's how you can tell quality. I've put myself as a would I buy again? A maybe. Lasted for ages, creamy and sweet, but I have Eclair already. Now, there's a Arab brand called Latafa, and I think it's Latafa who do Eclair, which I think is supposed to be a dupe for Bianco Latte. And I have a bottle of that, not even opened and touched yet. So perhaps I should get through that. And then if I still enjoy the scent profile after finishing that, maybe it's time to treat myself to a Bianco Latte. But really enjoyed it. The next one I want to show you about is a Greek brand called Theodoros Kalatinis. And this is a perfume called Creme Brulee. Now, he does very photorealistic scents, which is exactly what I want. If you tell me you have a perfume called Creme Brulee, then Creme Brulee is what I want to smell. I don't want to smell anything adjacent to, or a whiff of, or an inspired by. No, I want to smell Creme Brulee. Thank you very much. I did enjoy this, although I've put super sweet, which is really, it's interesting. I love sweet, 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 sweet all the way. Not averse to sweet at all. And even I found this even slightly overly sugary. Creamy, almost orange. It says it's possible the scent notes include orange, the scent profile. If you go to a website called Fragrantica, that shows you what the notes are in a perfume. And again, I haven't revised, um, but I don't think I will purchase a bottle of this. I do have their Coffee Addict, which is absolutely beautiful coffee scent, as you could probably imagine. So I do like the brand. They're not that easy to get. Um, but yeah, Theodorus calotinus. And then the third small sample that I'd purchased is by a brand called Navitus. And this is their perfume called Chocolate Queen. And this was nice, definitely chocolatey. Also, I thought a little bit cherry and a bit musky, but kind of leaning towards cereal. So I felt like I was wearing kind of chocolate cereal, which again, I like gourmand. I want to smell like a snack. It wasn't awful, but I don't think I have a need for it in my stash of perfumes. I have a lot of perfume samples. I have a lot of perfume bottles. Right now, at this minute, there's no place for a full bottle of this, but certainly enjoyed the sample. And if you're looking to try different chocolate scents, that might be one to put on your list. Right, other perfumes that I've managed to finish this month. I'm just going back to my thingy. I finished my Nest New York Seville Orange perfume. Oh, I don't know if this is gonna focus, but this is a very small 3 milliliter rollerball, which if you've been watching my Around the World in 80 Pans project, you'll know I've been struggling with getting the perfume oil out of these. But I persisted and I finished the first of the set. And this Seville oranges, decently photorealistic. Yeah, if you put that under my nose and you didn't tell me what it was called, I'd have a decent guess that that was oranges. And yeah, I did enjoy it, but I don't know if it's because of the rollerball or the oil, but these did not stay on my skin. You put them on, you can smell them, and then that's it. They've absolutely gone. So, not that impressed with Nest New York, at least not their rollerballs. And then the other perfume that I managed to finish is this 10 milliliters Shea and Blue Framboise Noir. I guess just to say, because a lot of these things are in Project Pans, I don't want to particularly mention which project they're from. Mostly, I know I have a couple of times. But yeah, if you're interested in more of the project pans, then please do watch those videos. This is just a roundup of what was completed in the month. I'm not necessarily going to signpost to which project each one was from. But this is a brand called Shea and Blue, and this is one of their small, I think a 10 milliliter rather than a 12. Yeah, and this is Framboise Noir. I really loved this, and I just had no idea what to expect from it, but a sweet berry, slightly musky, grown up sweet that I really enjoyed wearing and absolutely couldn't stop. Once I'd decided this was the one I wanted to pan first out of a small stash of these Shea and Blues that I've got, I really loved it and couldn't put it down. And I just probably worked for like a week and a half or more on the trot without letting any other perfume have a sniff, because I thought it was wonderful. Will I buy a new bottle? Well, again, I have I have 62 bottles of perfume and 57 samples. So right now, I really don't think I should be purchasing a another bottle of perfume. It's time for me to get through some. But I might write a note to myself that this might be another one to try in the future. I have enjoyed it a lot though. All right, that was all the perfumes I wanted to show you. A couple of hair things. Super quick, an Aussie conditioner. Me and my husband often share Aussie brand ones. I then also use other different ones as and when, whatever. So probably most of this can be put down to him, except I've recorded it against me and it's mine. I went for an Oh My Gloss this time. Yeah, they always smell good. They always do the job. Not much to say. A reliable brand. And then a Frizz Shield Spray by Moroccan Oil. So just a small travel size. Pretty sure I started this last year. I was on a big girls' holiday and we were in a hot place and it was important to wear a frizz spray. So you put it through clean, damp hair, comb to distribute evenly, and blow dry in sections. So I only ever used this when I did blow dry my hair, which broadly isn't very often. But I kept it by my hairdryer and used it throughout the year, and it's now done. So happy enough with that. I'd probably buy another one, although I know Moroccan oil isn't very popular right now with some people, so I don't know. Okay, a couple of face skincare things, and we'll do some body skincare things. So I use the sheet mask, this Bliss Rose Gold sheet mask. No idea where it's from, no idea how much it costs. I happen to have a little bag of different face masks, some sheets, some pots, and I decided this was the one. So I used it. Actually, do you know what? This was good because not only was it pretty and rose gold and patterned, it was in two parts. There was a top face and a bottom face, and I'd never actually seen that before. And that actually did mean that it was much more wearable on the face. Like you could move it around easy and put it on easy and focus on one bit and then the other. And so actually I thought that was a much better design. So actually can recommend. I didn't think I'd have anything to say about that, but no, I was away on business. I was on my own in a hotel room. Jumping Jack Flash movie from the 80s was on the telly, and I thought, I know what I can do to keep me still and get me to watch this movie. And I'm going to put this face mask on because I brought it with me. I've also finished an eye cream this month, which is really good because it doesn't happen very often, but I've been using this for a while. This is the Skin Fix Barrier Triple Lipid and Collagen Eye Treatment. This is a 15 mil, but I found, eye cream, you're not putting it on many places. They last absolutely ages, so I wasn't unhappy about it being quite a small pot. And here it is, all done, just to prove it. Yeah, a nice eye cream. I just can't say that much about facial skincare. Like it's wet and it's creamy, and you put it on and you kid yourself it's doing something. So, but yeah, would recommend. It's fine. And then I also have this Lacora moisturizing cream that I've finished. You'll see I really like to make sure I have finished a lot of things. I will cut them open to make sure I've scooped out every last drop. So I use this as a body lotion. It was fine. It was unscented, which doesn't excite me very much at all. But I was quite pleasantly surprised with the quality of it. Lacora is from Aldi. So this was one of the things I had a house guest for about 6 months, and then she's gone now into Europe, and there were things she couldn't carry, so she left me a few like beauty products and things to finish up, which I was very very happy with. So oh yeah, Aldi, there we go. This was already about half done when she'd left it to me anyway. So it was a quick finish. I do get through a decent amount of body lotions. I'm very tall and very big, and I've got a lot of body to cover, and I get itchy a lot, so I always have to use body lotion every day. And here, therefore, is the second body lotion that I've managed to complete this month. This is a brand called Sunday, and indeed, it's like the cutest little like cream drop shape, ice creamy blob. And this body whip cream is in the shade Birthday Cake. It's so cute. You'll have seen these in the shops possibly, along with their shower foams, which are taller, but they also have this kind of like shaped lid. And they're so sweet and gourmand and they look adorable. And so I thought, yeah, I'm going to treat myself to this body cream. Yeah, it smelled sweet, but it also smelled so plastic. It was not good. It felt nice enough on the skin, although a bit heavy, especially now we're getting a bit warmer. Um, but the sweetness was so overpowered by this plasticky undertone that it actually wasn't the most pleasant thing to. I still was happy enough to use it. Please don't get me wrong, but I will not be purchasing another one of these, or certainly not in the birthday cake scent, which is the one I really, really wanted. So a bit of a shame, but I've learned, and now I know I don't need to buy that one again. I've scratched that itch, as it were. A shower gel. I might have mentioned this brand before, maybe in a different like project series, but this brand is called Treacle Moon, and this is their bright yellow shower cream called Brazilian Love. Now, if you like Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom cream or their shower gels or other products in the Boom Boom line, then maybe try this Treacle Moon Brazilian Love because it smells so much like it, you're practically using it. They do have other things. I think they've got a scrub. They do have a cream. Also worth a try. Feel like the quality, like it's not as luxurious as the Boom Boom Cream, so I do prefer that. But if you're on a budget or you just want to try some alternatives and still look because you love the smell, then do have a look at Treacle Moon's range. You can buy them online and they're in some supermarkets. They might be in Boots or Superdrug. I'm not super clear, but yeah, enjoyed that. Don't have another one currently, but I'll probably buy another one. They're only about £3 or £4, so they're good. We're nearly there. So, a few things from my husband. He's finished a Listerine mouthwash, not very exciting. He's finished one of his deodorants. I'm glad I track his because I realise like he uses a deodorant about one a month ish on average. So it's good to always know sort of how frequently we might need him to buy it. That's why I do it for a lot of these things. Looks like concealers, I need like 4 or 5 of them a year, um, for example. Whereas then you suddenly realise, like, why do I have so many lip balms when I only use sort of two a year up? So this is why I do it. And the third thing that he's finished is an anti-blackhead scrub that he really finds useful for his sebaceous filaments. So he gets through a decent number of these, and these sorts of products are always worth it for him. Right, that was it. 25 things finished, one thing sold. Um, Very happy with progress this month. I hope that was interesting. Are you proud of anything that you've finished in April? Let me know in the comment box down below. Please do like it if you enjoyed the video. And if you enjoyed Project Panning, please do have a look at my other videos and hopefully I'll see you over there. But if not, I'll maybe see you in a month and I'll show you what I finished in May. Bye!